The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman. This is the Tiger Technicians Hour on Friday, the 25th. We're looking at quite a volatile market, actually. Let me just run the numbers here. So we're looking at, let me just get back to this here. So this Bitcoin you're looking at up 1,210 at 95,670, actually doing very nicely when you think about it. This is the XC. The MACD is very strong. 9-period moving average is above the 14. The stochastic is at 95%. I mean, that's what you want when you are along anything. You want to see the stochastic holding the 90% area. That's usually a very bullish side and flat. On balance volume says, oops, be a little careful. Just a very short term, a little bit overbought. But let's just deal with that when the time comes, if it does pull back. So that's good. Let me go back to the opening, which is, I haven't done the show yet. I just did the Tommy show. I'm a little confused, and I'm trying to do some trading here. We've got a Dow down 165 at 39,927. I want to just show this again. While I'm doing it, I just need to raise a stop because it will be silly to be taken out. No, I don't want to go there. 14. Yeah, we can go there and just leave it. Okay, so this is the pattern that we're looking at. We're looking at the three directional moves I have: straight up, straight down, cup formation, arch formation, the lowercase h, dreaded h, if it goes to peak A or B and then takes out that left side low, that's for 2-3 bars. That's usually very negative. It holds, especially if it doesn't even take it out, it holds above it. That's usually quite positive. Or the reverse Y, green, because if it takes out the left side high, that's the same thing, upside down. That's very positive. So I'm looking at straight line up, straight line down, cup formation, arch formation, or a mix of 1 and 2 and 1 and 3. Hey, wait a minute, where are we? We've done the arch formation. Now there's a second arch formation. So the lowercase h can go to a lowercase m. So that's the second arch. What happens if it can go above the high? In this case, for the Dow, it would be 40,000. Let's call it 40,800, a little bit higher than the peak B that saw the turn down. If it can close above that 2 out of 3 sessions, you're looking at a pattern that says you can go to the next icon at the top. It could be a doji candle, it could be a gap, it could be in the 200-period moving average, and that's at 41,836. That's kind of what I'm looking at this particular point. But at the same time, what about the downside? The downside, if yesterday's low, which was at 39,371, if you close under that, if the Dow closes under that, that's a big problem. All right? That's a problem in the sense that you're making not even a second arch with a higher arch. It's a lower arch. So that's what we're looking at here. Now, this can all become a very nice lopsided cup or V-shaped formation if there is a move to the upside. I'm anticipating somehow or other, especially since a couple of stocks, some that we have, some that we wanted, just took off. We missed by pennies, either adding or getting new positions. All day today, they've been wagging their nose at me. They're going, we're not even close to getting the pullback that I wanted to be able to get to that. That usually, for me, says that's a good sign, especially when these are very important stocks in the general market. It's a little upsetting, but that's life, okay? So now let's go to the S&P. The S&P has a slightly different pattern because that second arch, is actually taking out the left side high for the second day. It's a daily chart. And that says we've got to consider, now from the starting point, I haven't yet got an up arrow. Up arrow says buy signal. It might come at the end of the day, but right now, all I can say, this is a very good action. It hasn't given me a buy signal, let alone a buy mode designation. But from that starting point, I'm just going to do this just for educational purposes, because I am thinking, since I've had a lot of requests, if I would do one of my all-day, I don't know how many hours, but if I do it, I'd like to do it from about 8 in the morning. That's 5 for California time. But I want to be able to get to the 8:30 time frame. I want to be able to do Chapman wave single leg A up failure pattern, the Eiffel Tower pattern. I want to do the one that we were just looking at here, the rectangle that goes from the lowercase h. Where did it go? From a lowercase h to a lowercase m, holds the left side low, and then powers through to the higher side. This is now leg B. See the cup formation? Oh, I didn't even draw it in. Didn't have time. But see this cup formation right here? Oh, I did draw it in. I just didn't finish it. So what I would normally do, this is Technical Friday, so I'm going to be all over the place. So what I do is I go, if I can't go to the left side trough, which says that's the low that you want to use, then I go to a bar that says, okay, from the left side inside track, can you draw a line that says you can, let me just take this here, right there, that you can go to the upside, but you cannot go right. And that helps me to define where my midpoint is, the plumb line, because it isn't at the exact number of bars down equals the number of bars to the right. So now it's fading a little bit. We'll see if it's able to hit in the next 1 minute the high of 52.24.75. These are techniques that I will demonstrate if I actually do get to do a live webinar like Larry does, but it'll be, of course, a little different. I use different techniques. He does a fantastic job. I love it. Oh, he's doing it right now. I forgot all about that. Oh, Larry's doing a live show and I'm busy. Okay, so this is live right now. We've just done a live show. So if you were long, you were able to get into a long position. As the 9-period moving average crossed positive, you're doing quite nicely. At least you can raise your stop and guarantee yourself at least some kind of benefit. I better do that as I'm talking. Usually I'm busy talking away and I forget that I've got positions on. I can't even find the darn thing. There it is. Let me just, okay, I'm going to raise it up there. Raise it again. Oh, very much higher. Okay, good. Good. Oh, this should have been live trading day, huh? Okay. Meantime, back at the ranch, what we're looking at is right here. So this is now a leg. So I want you to say that's the starting point. Therefore, that's a peak A, but this is lower, but it's still an A, a gray A. I'm not going to change the color right now. Until I get a buy signal, it always stays gray. And that becomes leg B, gray leg B. So the day is young. We're at least now up. We're up 10 points in the S&P. Let's go to the QQQ. Remember before in the update, I said it's doing nicely. It's doing better. It's up $1.77 to 469.12. Now this one also has an A there, gray A, and a gray B, gray beard. Okay, gray B. And the technicals, look, 9-period moving average, finally, the day's young, finally turning up. Let's see if it can hold that way all the way through 4 o'clock today. That'll be very important. Might even give me a buy signal, maybe an immediate upgrade to a buy mode. I just don't know. I have to let the chart tell me. All right, let's go on. We're going to go to the IWM. Now, the IWM, I think, is very important right in this particular phase. I do not want the IWM, the Russell 2000, to fade. I want to at least participate. I would love if it starts to lead a little bit. And it is in the chart formation. Look, it's a leg B. It's at the Chapman wave inside track repellent zone. It needs to get from 192.87 down $1.20. I want to see it by Tuesday or Wednesday up in the 119. Oh, I'd love to see 200. Now let's do one step at a time. Let's say 198 area. That'll be very good. I'll be back. Basil Chapman, Tight Conditions Hour. This is Technical Friday. Dow's down 124. S&P's up 9. I'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years, with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi folks, we're back, so you can see the work that's being done here in the 1 minute, and this is the V-shaped pattern that we're always trying to monitor. If there is a close, two closes out of three above the 55.24.75 high of 9:45 in the E-mini, this Eastern time, that'll be very good action. All right, let's go on. So we've got the IW. I said that the Bitcoin is starting to move very much nicer than it had before on the way down. Now it's making higher highs, so I like Bitcoin. We are still long Bitcoin. We like it. It's doing nicely, but most importantly is that this dark candle, this candle right here from the week of the 28th of Feb with a high of 98,285 and a low of 79,835, that's the candle that you want to close above at least once. You don't want to tag it and then pull back. You want to close sharply above it. And that'll say that now there's a chance that you've made a decent arch, a cup formation, and you're preparing for the right side elevation to the upside. Now, we'll see what happens. Meantime, back at the ranch, we go step by step, and it's acting very well. And as I say, for subscribers to the opening call, we are been long for quite some time, taking a little bits off, but kept core position, good core position. Now I need to do this because it's very important. I just want to finish up. The crude oil is just dull. Crude oil is not going anywhere, and that's important. Bonds are starting to see the yields slide. That's important. That's all I want. I don't care how much they slide. I just don't want them to be rallying up. I don't want them to be in a situation that says, now what happens? What happens to Toll Brothers? Look at this. Oh, no, I didn't do that. Give me 1 second. I got to change that. Oh, now I don't even know how to get back there. Oh, there it is. Okay, give me 1 second. I hit the symbol and it affected a platform that I'm That's so stupid. There it is. Okay, real-time data. Oh, I need you. There we go. No. Oh, please. Thank you. Okay. And now I don't even have the sign. I don't even know what I can do. All right, stuck. Doesn't matter. We're going to go to what I was looking at. Yeah, so bonds. So Toll Brothers, that's what I was trying to do. Toll Brothers, T-O-L. Boy, Toll Brothers, you just cost me a bundle in mistakes here. No, you didn't. Toll Brothers is down 1. It did have a rally, but look at that 200 period moving average, like a magnet. That's the whole thing. I don't see how the real estate market, just in this environment right now, and I think I need the real estate market to actually be flourishing. I need it to be moving, and I think it's going to stall. I think there's going to be a lot of problems in the real estate all around, especially the Northeast. This is the way I'm looking at it. I hope I'm wrong, but that's the way I'm looking at it. Lennar, look at that. Under the 200 period moving average, the HGX index, HGX, look at this. Right on the 200 period moving average, having a bit of a rally, and then it stalls. Today's down 5 at 613.36. Not good. So as I see it, this is a problem. The SMHs tried to rally today, and then they stalled. Now they're down 47 cents at 208.38. I'm in the den. Tony, I think it was, said, didn't I see Tony say something about the real semi? Oh, yeah. No, it was semis. Maybe I was wrong. I thought the SMHs. But it was good because I was about to bring up the SMHs. Head and Shoulders bottom in SMH yesterday, target of 244 to 253. Not sure I believe that. Okay, so let's just do that because I'm in your camp. I'm saying it's going to be a real struggle. But at the same time, the SMHs are about a Head and Shoulders, but you can call it, I call it the reverse Y pattern. That's this one right here. The reverse Y. I want to see it take out that left side high, straight line up, and then a cup formation. Hasn't done that yet. If it's able to close 2 out of 3 sessions, 2 out of 3 consecutive sessions above 212.81, and I'll tell you why. Because if the semis actually come on strong today, what will be really important is that there'll be a trade in the semis that takes you to the beginning of May. But I don't see that just yet. I see it holding, but I don't see it leading, and I would like it to lead. Now look at this, what's happened here. I guess that's the reason why my stop was taken out. Look at that reversal. So this, if I was doing it live, I would have said, that is a peak C1. This is what I always do, peak C1. And that, just underneath it is a peak C2, acted like a peak. Look, the MACD just turned down. There was a little bit of a bump to the upside. The on-balance volume tried to bump and it failed. And then stochastic went from over 80% and 90% actually to under 80 in a flash of a second. And that just says, that peak C1, C2 says, be careful because that could act like a D. And if it is a D, you can pull back quite sharply. Watch the 200 period moving average, which it took out at 6506. Push. It went all the way to a lower low, and it took out. Now, do you remember what I did? For those of you who are watching, I did a left side, right side, this green, and then the pink was a left side, right side price time match to a particular candle because I couldn't get it exact in the arch, in the second arch formation. So I choose, and I'll teach there when I do this someday, a webinar showing these techniques. And I chose this particular candle right here, and I drew it in where the price was still screaming to the upside. And yet look what happened. It missed it by, it's a 5-minute chart, it missed it by 1 bar, getting taken out to the downside. So all these techniques just help you. It doesn't mean to say that's your guide. This is like the signpost in the road that tells you, yes, you can turn left on red, or no, yellow light, you better slow down. These are guide marks, and they're very important. All right, let's get back to our story. So the SMHs, look at NVIDIA. I mean, when we were talking about this ages ago, I said that 153.13 high in January of 2025 with 136 open And that's a monthly chart. You hardly ever get these round numbers showing up in the monthly chart. It's just serendipitous that it did it, which is the double top right there, right here at the peak F. This is almost the thing that we were looking at right now. You had this double top and the technicals were failing. And that just says NVIDIA, that was it for NVIDIA for quite a while. And that's the thing that really worries me, is that we've had, when you have rotation out of a sector where the leader kind of becomes the staller. It's not really breaking down. I'm looking at the monthly chart. It's not that bad. But it becomes the staller in progress. It is just not going anywhere. That's when you say, okay, there has to be new leadership. Is it going to be Intel? They're getting all the bucks, but they don't have a product. Just look at that chart. There's the same thing. There's your left side, right side price time match, and it took it out. So there's the rectangle, there's the dreaded A. I didn't even know that. I took it just by absolute chance. There's the weekly chart, shows you exactly the pattern we just did in the micro version of it. And that's what I'm saying. These are fractals. Fractal is a pattern that repeats in all time frames, in all sizes, whatever. It's the pattern that repeats. It's the same pattern. Dow's down 325, S&P's down 20. Big change, huh? I'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hey folks, we're back. So let me go to this here because it's really important that we... so Intel can't do it. Micron, look, same pattern. Look, there's the dreaded H, goes to a lowercase m and plummets below. This is just telling you where the semis go, the market generally goes, and this makes me worried. Now, once again, I need proof. I haven't yet got the buy signals in the marketplace, so let's just go. This is active right now because the Dow's suddenly down almost 400 points. But it's okay. It's still holding quite nicely after yesterday's big move up, but that's not what you wanted to see today. What you wanted to see is just a small, maybe narrow close, preferably a slightly up close. If you're looking at the S&P, and as I say, I'm doing this live because this is exactly what I do when I do my our little over an hour overview video for my subscribers this afternoon after the close. I was hoping is part of the vernacular that we use sometimes when things are kind of querulous. We don't know what's going to happen next, but this just says, taking all the advantage of moving higher and not crossing. Look at this. The S&P was so close. I think a little earlier I said, look, it's L. It crossed green, but now it's back to pink. So I want to see that close above. I need it. And the stochastic is at 74%. You need it at 80% to really get everything in line. Okay, so look at this, the SPLV. And this is the, I love this. This is the low volatility fund. Look at this monthly chart. It's still only the second bar after the high, and it's at 71.14. And the high was 75. It's only 4 points lower. That's amazing. Hasn't this been a high volatility couple of weeks, certainly 2 months? And look where it is. It's just holding. So I'm fascinated by this. So now I got a couple of questions. Let me get to them. Could I look at? I did that. Okay. So in my screamer list, has anything showed up? It was earlier. I had BCRX, and this is a very interesting stock. BioChrist Pharmacy, it's up 5 cents at $8.27. InnoLink, I was thinking today, with everything that's going on, this is really a very nice chart because it's finally gone to the weekly chart back above the 200-period moving average. So this is actually working very nicely. Didn't do anything with it, but I do like it. But it is in the BioChrist Pharmacy, it's in the biotech area. It's just, anything can happen. So in this environment, it's holding pretty darn well considering. So I would say at 827 right now, 790 would be, if it goes under 790, you could have a deeper pullback. But if it holds over, if it's able by Monday or Tuesday to trade at 830, it's at 827 right now, 839 to 842, that would be really good action. There was another one, STOK. I spoke about it recently. We still haven't got into it, even though it's given me, look at these great signals. Every day it keeps going up. This is Stoke Therapeutics. Monthly chart doesn't look good. Weekly chart is just improving a little bit, but that weekly V-shaped pattern going towards the high of the, what is that? The high of the 18th of Feb at 11.11. Here it is at 9.80. Kind of stalling a little bit, but holding okay. -8 at 9.81 today. So this is interesting, but the 1021 200-period moving average, that could become quite strong resistance. So a question came in, and I thought I'll go to some of them. All right, another question came in. Here we go. Basil, could you look at Home Depot? You spoke about the builders, Home Depot. Okay, so look, Home Depot stuck. 439.27 with a 425 round number open the week of the 29th of November That's it. Does a cup formation with a lower high, failing all the technicals. Whoosh, it comes down to the 200-period moving average, and it's a peak D in the weekly. I have to wait for the end of the month to put a down arrow, but the 9-period moving average hasn't yet crossed negative, but D is what it goes to. It went to 420.61 December of 2021 before plummeting to the 260s. So yeah, 437.37, and right now, peak A. You see, that can't be an A because it also made the low. You have to start with a higher low, and that starts the new wave count. So that is a gray A right there and a gray B. So let's just put it this way. So in the last one, you actually had a full. I do not like a full peak A, peak B, peak C, peak D, and even a peak F in this case, a full buy mode that takes you only from the 340s to the 370s. I mean, that's pathetic. Usually you want, in one leg, you want to see that kind of a move like that. So this is a very feeble rally, but it was a full buy signal to buy mode. Then it turned down, and now what you've got is the start of something. The technicals are improving a little bit, not the unbalanced volume. Still pink 9-period moving average. If by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, it could just get, it's at 355.66 right now. It's down 3.98. If for some reason it can close above 362.50, in other words, get into the 360s decently, 362.50, I would say that would be the first time that I'm looking at a follow-through that has a chance of the pink 9-period moving average going green. It didn't go green there. That's the reason why when it fell so miserably. That would be a positive. And then the next level of resistance would be 367. I'm only going one step at a time here. Certainly if it closes under 350 in the next couple of days, watch out. Next question is, where is it? Okay, so there are a couple of stocks that were mentioned the other day. Just if I had a chance, I'll do it. Triple M had good earnings, but they weren't able to give a good outlook, trading down $1 at 137.88. It was one of my favorites that I didn't have. Now I'm just looking at it and saying 3M, multinational conglomerate, abrasives, adhesives, compounds, etc. It needs a lot more work. If it can get to the 143 area, it's at 137.88 right now. I'll say, okay, there could be a rally, but I'm only calling it a counter-trend rally. That weekly chart has gone pink with a 9-period moving average. It'll take a lot to get it back to green. Let's go to the next thing, which is Robinhood. Yeah, this is acting fantastically. We missed by pennies adding to our long position the other day, and look where it is. In 3 days, it's just gone from the 40 level to 49. It hit 49.73 today. This is just fantastic action, and it's helping the weekly to improve because the 9-period moving average was pink last week, went back to green this week, and so far it's green. So yeah, I like this very much. My anticipation is that it gets to the 53 area. 52 to 53 is going to be strong resistance, but it's looking very good. It's got tremendous support. It's at 49.18. Now the support is in the middle of this channel right here. So 46.30s is key support on the very short term. I'll be back in a moment. Technical Friday, Basil Chapman. Let's see how we've closed today.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds for both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Hi folks, so let's just do this right now. So I had a question about AEM. So AEM is Agnico Eagle. It's trading down $1.52 at 118.11. So I had a question. There's no other way I can count this, peak B, right? Because the chap wave, there's no H, and it got to a G. There's no other way I can count that. So this just says that there's still strength, and there's no other way I can count the weekly. It's in leg C. Monthly chart is an E, and it did everything we were talking about, although we don't actually own it, but it did this cup formation. If I do the 1-to-1, looking out in 2025, I do this, but I don't put any credence in it. It just sits there, and I follow the chart. But it does say that 143 would be the upside target. That is where, I mean, 118 right now. Most recent high was right there at 128, I think it was, 126.75. So, yeah, it's holding very well, but I'm putting it into the category of a digestive phase. So, question is, what do I think? I'm thinking that within the context of the gold and one of the superior gold stocks, I like what I'm seeing right now. I just think this is really good action. And just give me 1 second here. Yeah, do that, do that, do that. It's in. Okay. So within this pattern right now, there's nothing technically weak. The MACD is turning down, but it's still good. The retro strength turning down, but it's still good. The stochastic gone from 80% to over 80% to 76, but that 9 is still very strong. I'm putting the weight of evidence here for that 9-period moving average. But I've got to say, if you're in it and you've been in it for a long time, I see no reason why you can't take a little bit off as money management, right? And the only thing I would say is if Agnico AEM starts to trade, it can't just slip under, but if it starts to trade under 112.40, it's at 118.06, that's going to be serious action to say, be careful. There could be quite a bit more of a pullback. That's all I'm saying. On the upside, it's real difficult for me with the general picture I have of gold, etc., to say that it should go to a new high above the 126.76 high that was made on the 21st. But it could double top. It could even have an inside peak A, peak B, peak C underneath that. But I do see the upside right now as being somewhat limited. But the technicals in both daily and weekly are still very strong. The next thing I want to look at here is, I just want to do this to raise that. So within the patterns that I'm looking at, if you look at BSX, and this goes to the whole area of the medical devices, and there's a whole bunch of talk about tariffs and everything, all I can say is if that resistance, this is the Chapman falling action. Remember the pattern, lower highs and much lower lows, turns around, makes a cup formation or a V-shaped formation. If Boston Scientific, which has just been an absolute leader in the field, went to an all-time high recently in the 108 area, if it's able, peak A, B, C, that's already a C, so this will be stochastic 76%, 9. I can give this a buy signal, and it's gone to A. Boston Scientific, BSX is the symbol, B, A. Oh, I keep putting an S. That's A, B, and there's the C, right at the resistance that I drew in some time ago. 107.17 was the last high. So I'm watching this closely because this, Boston Scientific, are holding quite well. MDT, which is Medtronic, didn't pull, it pulled back sharply. TMO, which is Thermo Fisher Scientific, at the lows most recently. So it's a real mixed picture, and I've been talking about this for a while, that within sectors, you remember I spoke about the fact that DFS Discover card was actually so much better than Visa and MasterCard. And I think I'm seeing this in a lot of areas, that there's leadership, but sometimes it's sole leadership. And I do not like that. I like to have a little bit more of a consensus, maybe 2 or 3 in the field that are actually doing well, not just one in the sector. Okay, with that, a question came in. Yeah, Solventum. Sure, I forgot about that. Oh, did I just do that again? What is wrong? Oh, I have to change Windows. I keep forgetting. Oh, now I have to figure out the whole thing over again. Solventum, yeah, that's at the lows. It's done fantastically. We're in from 57s. It ran up to the 85s. You've been taking little bits off. Got a small core position. I don't want to add to just yet. Now, this is the one that's just a Solventum core healthcare spinner from Triple M. I'm holding off. I'm just saying it's stuck in a range. I don't want to do anything just yet. MS, I forgot all about this. This MS is Morgan Stanley, made a huge high in the 140s, comes tumbling down to the 95. I mean, that is what a turn. I went to the D, it was missing. I just typed it in right there. Yeah, at the 200 period moving average, I want to see the brokers start to move even better. I want them to lead this particular rally. If the rally is going to go into Thursday of next week, I want to see more on the way up for Robinhood. I want to see IAI. I want to see, in this case, the Morgan Stanley, which has been a bit of a lagger, but I'd like to see it from 115 get to 119 to 121. IAI, this is the broker-dealer ETF, same thing. Peak C is almost at a D in a very short buy signal. Even a buy mode hasn't been confirmed yet. It could still get to a D. There's a lot of work to be done. It's just one step at a time, all right? And as far as I'm concerned, that step has to be very specific. There are some stocks that are doing so well that you've got to regard them as leaders, and the others are followers. So with that said, we had a question about, AIG. Was it AIG? Yes, this is in the insurers, AIG. So AIG is trading at, I haven't notated it for a while. And the monthly chart has gone to a B. That's very good. Weekly chart has gone to peak A, peak B, peak C, and it's kind of stalling. Oh, no, A, B, C has gone to a D. And the day, yeah. So at 81.41, I just do, if it closes under 79.50 in the next week, that's really not good. If it closes above 83.55, That's a really good sign because that could start to get the 9-period moving average positive, but it's in this area of KEI. Remember KEI? This is the insurance sector. KIE. Remember the KIE? Yeah, there it is. It looks very much the same thing. So the insurance sector has found buyers, but all of a sudden there's some weakness. And that just says to me, wow, every single area seems to have a bout of weakness that scares the daylights out of everyone. So this is stalling. It's not breaking down at all. This is the S&P Insurance Fund. It's just not breaking to the upside. It has a good move, but only a modest high. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Tiger Commissions Hour, and we've got the Dow down 225. S&P is now down only 3 points. What a big difference. I'll be back.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, traversed back to all-time highs, and we now have a trade war looming. Trying to play this chop as an individual trader leads to death by 1,000 cuts. Where does this market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Tariffs? Trade wars? Analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento over the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading. Larry has been through many markets just like this one, and the insight he provides is invaluable. The dates for this month are April 11th and 25th, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi folks, as we're wrapping up, look at 200-period moving average, a magnet line. I love to teach that, how important it is. There it is, it's like a propellant zone, but it keeps coming back to the 56.05 area. Further away, you can push above it will be important, but right here's the magnet line, 55.0, right there, 09 I think it is. Yeah, 09. So can we go above it? That's going to be the big question. Meantime, back at the ranch, what we're looking at here is shakiness. So let's just do this. As we wrap up, we're going to hand you over to Steve Rhodes. Should be a wonderful show as always. And Larry's still doing his live show, and I think Larry will be back. So great programming here. Check out my Open Call Daily newsletter. Most importantly, what we want to see in the Dow and the S&P, the Dow right now is down 223. I'd like it to close maybe minus 80 or something, with the S&P perhaps up 15. That'll be a very good close to a very shaky session. If it's much deeper than that, it says, now we have to make it all up on Monday or Tuesday. But so far, the technicals are suggesting that there should be further rallying Monday and Tuesday, going towards the end of the month. That's going to be really important for this candle, this monthly candle. It's going to be such an important candle because it's got Chapman Wave Red Roman candle as it stands right now. And it says if it had a close here, if this was the close of, you'd have to say that if it, at any point on a daily basis, if it closed under 38,600, it would go all the way back to the bottom. Right now, it hasn't done that. So I'm just saying, I'm watching this very closely. And as I say, we still remain long. The Dow, they've added to that Dow long position. But in the meantime, there are other positions we would like to get. And the very best stocks that we've actually chosen, one of which we actually own, it's harder to get in at this particular point. All right. So with that said, I'm going to wrap it up and say have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday. I will be doing my hour-long market overview for subscribers after the bell today, and we will see you soon. Thank you for being here.